Car Audio Shop's blueprint to $100,000 months, motorcycle, boat, and power sports. How to grow your car audio shop to $100,000 month without opening a second location, hiring more sales staff, or guessing on your marketing. Today, I'm going to show you how we help car audio shops grow to consistent $100,000 months using a complete system that brings in daily leads, closes more jobs, and puts you back into control, even if you've never felt in control over the last 10 years or so. A lot of this stuff is getting back into control when you may have had your best months during COVID, but you need to have a system to be able to sustain that. So why listen to me? My name is Jason Starbuck, and I've helped entrepreneurs over the last 10 years. I've helped them double their businesses. I've owned an agency myself. I've owned a podcast myself. And when I found out that car audio in the industry looked like it could use some help, I had a shop called Stereo Steve's call me. And he said, can you help me out? And I said, sure. I think you have more of a business problem than you have a marketing problem. And from there, we took that shop from $550,000 to over $1.2 million a year. And also Chris at Speed of Sound, great guy. He was doing about $40,000 a month, sometimes even $28,000. Now we're getting up around $70,000 to $95,000 a month consistently. So I built Auto Mojo Solutions, the growth system made specifically for guys like you, probably in the age of about 30 to 55, that are going what I call the old school to the digital new school. It's time. You may have waited for a while, but it is time, and the solution is here. So this isn't theory. I spent hours of hours understanding our customer, understanding the position that we're in, and the things that need to be done. So this is working for other shops. It can work for you as well. Here is some other people that we're talking. Here's Chris on the right. We've got Juan in the middle. And there's Steve going from 55 grand to about 105. So what is the real problem car audio shops are facing? Shops across the country are struggling to grow. They're not sure if they should go to e-commerce or focus on big jobs or hire more staff. You don't know. A lot of us are saying, oh, it's an installation problem. Well, the reality is, what's the direction that you should be going as a car audio? So what used to work doesn't work anymore. Many have been looking for better solutions for years and still feel stuck. The real problem isn't the hustle, it's the lack of reliable system. The one belief that changed everything. So if you believe that consistent growth comes from installing a system that generates leads, qualifies them, and only connects you with ready to buy customers, then what I'm about to show you will change everything, because the right system increases revenue, reduces stress, eliminates confusion, and brings back the energy and excitement you had when you started. And a lot of that was that there was momentum. There was more jobs to deal with. You could say what jobs you didn't want to work on. And you knew that there was a path. What I like to talk about a lot with my inner circle VIP guys is I like to talk about what is the true north? What are we trying to hit? And then how do we get there? There's a lot of money for guys that are in this that start to fish in the right pond. So I'm going to give you the first secret. And the first secret is most shops think they just need to get their names out there more. But the truth is you don't need more traffic. You need traffic that actually converts. So what we've done is built what we call Auto Mojo Ad Snapshot, and we do this for Google Ads and for Facebook ads. And what I'm going to show you is some results that you can see. We're driving Google Ads and Facebook ads, and as you can see here, you start to get around $5 a result. I spent $70. I'm getting different results that are coming back. And you can see that we put these ads here. Some get better results. Here's our results. Here's our results. Now you can do this for auto. You can also do this for motorcycle and boat as well. We also do Google ads as well. So in this, what is the second portion of secret number one? And that is that when you send the traffic to a site that does not convert, or it hasn't been updated for a very long time, then the customer's not going to convert properly, and you're not going to know if the money is spent properly. So what we do is we created what's called our power sites. And what this is a high converting car audio site. And the thesis is that we package and create categories that customers understand, and then they're driven to give us a call. We also use what's called our Magnolia formula. Now, if you guys remember Best Buy, there used to be this section back there that they called it Magnolia, And in Magnolia section, it was the more high-end stuff. And then you can walk around the store on the floor and you would look at the stuff that was normal, Pioneer, Kenwood and all that kind of stuff. And so what we do is we use what's called the Magnolia formula. We want them to know that they can come to you and work with you. And, a 35-year-old mother that just wants to get a backup camera feels comfortable. But also we can go to our elite section, which is jobs over $4,500. So we're able to segment that we want the big jobs, but we also want the normal jobs as well. We also do what's called our chat widget, captures leads and pushes them straight to your sales software that we have here. I'll go over here in a second. And as you can see here, we make sure that they can explore and understand that this is the type of work that we do, and then we can show you more of how the website works. But we want to have what we call a site with a purpose. What's the reason? Next, secret number 2. Why your best customers are slipping away. Most shops lose sales in the silence. So here's what's costing shops the most, and they don't even realize it. Most shops lose sales in the silence. Missed calls, open estimates, forgotten customers. The problem isn't just the customers don't respond. The problem is no system to follow up, track, or close the job. So we fix this with 2 systems that work together. And the first one I'm going to show you is what's called Shop Automojo. This is your estimate to invoice engine. It tracks every job, inventory, open estimates, so nothing falls through the cracks. And you can also look at how many estimates am I getting is going to be a correlation of what my results are. You always know where each opportunity is and what needs to be done. And this is a snapshot of what Shop Automojo is. You can do an estimate. You'll be able to put your inventory in. You'll be able to do your labor rates. You'll be able to collect payment through the software. And this is what we call Shop Automojo. This is what's going to allow you to send estimates out so that you know what's happening and get the goal of sending more estimates out creates higher sales. We connect that with what's we call Sales Automojo. And this is your follow-up and automation machine. So in this, if anybody calls, you miss call, text back, or estimate follow-ups, or lead reactivation sequences, there's money in the list that you currently have. Review requests. Now, the more deals you do, the higher your reviews go. And then we tag your leads for nurturing and tracking. Together, these 2 systems make sure no lead gets left behind and your team only speaks to people that want to buy. So I want to make that very clear. They start here, you fill the information now, then they go to our marketing. And as you can see in the marketing here, they end up in your conversations. Now, I had great opportunity to get the information from Chris at Speed of Sound, so I wouldn't be showing your information, but we got his information or approval to do that. Now in this is your Sales Automojo. You'll be receiving text messages that have been going out to customers that didn't buy. And this is what we call our 48-hour follow-up. And that is if they don't purchase anything from our car audio or our estimate, then we have an estimate release follow-up sequence that takes them all the way down this experience. And we can guarantee that as that customer goes through, we maximize the closing of that customer. Number 3, what's the third piece or secret to get you to $100,000 a month is busy is not the same as growth. Most owners feel busy, but if you're not tracking anything, you're guessing. And if you can't track it, you can't scale it. So here's what we install. It's a weekly KPI dashboard, revenue showing, ticket size, closing ratio, and jobs, call tracking so you know what actually brings in the business, and sales coaching that helps you and your team close more jobs consistently. Now here's an example of revenue. Now this was starting in January, and right here, January 25th, Thursday, you can see it was only doing every 2 weeks, 27,000, 26,000. Bang, we started to implement automations. Once those automations started going, you start looking at the consistency going to 44, 32, 37, 45, 48, 63. Remember, these are 2-week period compared to a 2-week period here. 38,000, 41,000, and bang, 87,000 in just a 2-week period, and 45, 45. And as you can see here, those increases continue to increase the average ticket and our closing ratios. And so I say that any time you put in an estimate, you should be looking for 45 to 55% closing ratio. So if you go do $1 million in estimates, then you should be looking at doing $450,000 in sales. So how we solve the problem. Not that you've seen the real problem, unconverted traffic, lost leads, and no tracking. Let me show you how we solve it. This isn't just ads, it's not just software, it's a fully installed system designed specifically for car audio shops. So here's the real results. We've taken shops from 550,000 to 1.2 million. No more staff, no new location, just the right system. And speed of sound, 40,000 to about 95,000. Some techs, same tech, same thing. So here's what you get. What's included? It's number one, we give you the Shop Automojo, estimates, invoices, calendar, and scheduling. Number two, we do give you the Sales Automojo, which is the automated CRM reviews and texting. We also give you what's called our Power Site website packaging. It's the package method, the Magnolia method, formula, the Elite section, lead generation chat widget, Google My Business optimization, Google ads and Facebook ads, bi-weekly KPI sheets so that you can see kind of like a spreadsheet like that as you're growing, and sales coaching, which is a strategy in there that I use, kind of a jab, right hook growth strategy. And then also making sure that you increase your reviews. Now, I only have a few open spots for this. So if you want to respond to this text that you got, just growth, GROWTH. And in that, we can respond and see how this would work with you and get on a call and see if you have any other further questions. So with that said, Jason Starbuck, this is the Car Audio Shop's Blueprint to $100,000 months. Look forward to meeting you.